It's a beautiful day at the seaside. Sun is shining. Seagulls are mating? And so another dive begins. We splash in, descend, and... Whoa, wait a minute. How do we get here? Let's rewind.
Regular viewers will know I have a bit of a thing about pickup trucks, but I took a phone call from Peugeot who suggested that their 3008 might make ideal dive transport. So let's take a look. The critical thing for us divers is of course always the boot, just how much space there is for all those cylinders, rebreathers, BCDs and all the other tat of a typical weekend. Is a car like this really going to have the space we need? Fortunately, the answer to that is a resounding yes, and here's why. Opening the boot reveals a moderately sized boot, but lifting the tray, dropping the tailgate, reveals the real secret.
Like some mini Millennium Falcon, there's a hidden subfloor. There are compartments within compartments, space aplenty for your gear, and a two-tier shelf to separate wet from dry. Best of all, the split rear tailgate doubles up as a handy kitting up bench.
Now I don't know about you, but I'd call this pretty damn handy.
So what exactly is the 3008 all about? Peugeot says it's a blend of hatchback, SUV and MPV, or family people mover. Hard to argue with that. 4x4 versions are available, although this one's front-wheel drive. It has the high roofline of a family car, meaning lots of space on the inside.
I think what Peugeot has achieved with this car is got that balance right between luxury and practicality. And as we've just seen in the boot there, it's a bit of an Aladdin's cave of wonder with all these clever storage solutions. But you come up the front, it's far less clever and it's far more luxurious. It's a leather trimmed affair, there's chrome, there's all the kind of switch gear of a much higher spec vehicle than you might expect. And we divers live for visibility. I mean, boy, do you get it with this car. The glass house area is huge, and you've got this huge panoramic glass roof as well, which just floods the cabin with light. It's a really nice place to be.
Even on a rainy day you get an open air feeling, and that includes being sat in the back. Should there be too much sun, use the built-in blinds. Rear seat passengers also get their own aircon and more secret storage beneath their feet. And plenty of cubby holes for dive gear too. There's plenty for technophiles. Turn the key, the sat-nav pops up, as does the driver's head-up display. Note also aircraft-style switchgear. There are multiple driving modes too. Turn the selector on the centre tunnel through snow, all-terrain, sand and ESP off, depending on the conditions underfoot, which could prove handy if you plan to tow something too. What about on the road then? Having driven plenty of firmly sprung vehicles lately, to my backside at least, this Peugeot felt refreshingly cushioned. True, it's higher sided than some, but engineers have fettled any wobble out and created a comfortable long-distance cruiser. Power comes from a 150 brake 2-litre HDI diesel engine with an impressive 340 Nm of torque at your disposal. CO2 emissions of 142 grams per kilometre mean it's pretty cheap to tax, and the average fuel consumption is more than 52 miles per gallon, although driven carefully I managed closer to 65. In this Allure trim, the 3008 cost £22,795 on the road.
So to recap then, the 3008, it's comfortable, it's practical, and it's certainly clever as a form of dive transport. It's also pretty good to drive and it's quite affordable too. So let's get back to the water then. Where were we? Ah yes.
And so another dive begins. We splashed in, descended, and could see not a lot. Good visibility must be a Peugeot thing.